Hello and welcome to Miniature Adventures. I'm Big Lee, and this week I want to talk about wargaming channels on YouTube played on the TV. Do wargamers view content in the same way as other viewers? So bear with me on this one. On the YouTube creators page, something came up last week that was talking about how more and more people are viewing YouTube channels via their TV, and TVs these days tend to be HD TVs, gigantic screens, and how the best looking videos, i.e. those in HD and 4K quality, will look best on those sort of devices. And it's suggested that you go and have a look at the sort of viewers that look at your channel. Yeah, it did get me thinking about how do I upload my videos onto YouTube. For these sort of things, HD is about as good as I'm going to do. My videos are short, the files are still big, still takes a while to upload. But what about when you're doing a long battle report or something like that? Is it worthwhile doing one of our in a highly visual medium like wargaming and tabletop wargaming and miniatures painting? Is it worthwhile uploading in 4K? And do wargamers actually view that sort of content on those sort of devices, on HD TVs, or do they actually view that content on other types of machines? So this video that got put out by YouTube creators did get me thinking, because it made me think, do wargamers view stuff in the same way? I mean, I often hear people talking about how they like to listen to podcasts and so on while they're painting. Indeed I do. I can put a podcast on or a piece of music, and it can be playing away in the background, and somehow I can be concentrating on my miniatures and still taking in the spoken word that's going on behind me or in front, next to me. I can't do the same with a YouTube video or a film. I mean, a couple of people have occasionally mentioned how they'll watch a film while they're painting, and I don't know how you can do that. You've got to concentrate on the miniatures you're painting and on the film, and I'm afraid I'm the sort of person that if there's a picture, someone's gone to the creative effort of creating a visual presentation like a TV program or a film, I have to watch it. I can't just listen to it. Even with a film with a notable soundtrack like Zulu or something like that, the music's great. I'd rather listen to the music without the film. If the film's on, I've got to watch the film. So as I say, I'm wondering whether wargamers are like me. Do they listen to podcasts and so on while they're painting? Or do they actually take time out of their gaming schedule, if you like, their hobby time, to actually watch YouTube videos on their TV? Now, I know I do it a bit more than I used to. I will often, if I've got 10 minutes or so and there's no one else around, I will have a scroll through my YouTube subscribers, the channels that I subscribe to on my TV, and sometimes for some videos I will watch on a TV. Maybe not as gigantic as some, but nonetheless a HD TV. So good quality video uploads are important for that sort of format. Now, I actually looked at the analytics for my channel because it's the only data I have, and that suggests that my viewers are very much that they more likely to be viewing my videos on a computer. So a reasonably largish screen, depending on their computer, I suppose, rather than on a mobile device where you get a tiny little screen. However, second on the list were TV devices, HD TVs. 20%, 27% of the time spent watching my videos is spent watching it on a TV. So actually I was really surprised by that little piece of data, and it got me thinking about what types of videos I might actually end up uploading in 4K. And of course this happened just before Salute. So the Salute video I did last weekend, I uploaded in 4K. Now the downside of that is it was a long video in 4K. It took forever to process and forever to upload. Not so great when you're trying to get a video out quickly and you're already tired. So I might use 4K uploads a bit sparingly, but for things like shows where you've got excellent quality, when you're taking pictures of excellent quality games, then it probably is worthwhile actually uploading in 4K, certainly HD. Our hobby is a very visual hobby. Beautiful tables, beautifully painted miniatures, colourful, exuberant. Why wouldn't you want to watch it on a gigantic screen in the best quality possible? Incidentally, when I was looking at the analytics on my channel, going back a little bit further, when you look at the past year, for instance, 27% of viewers were watching my videos on a TV. If you look at the previous calendar year, that dropped down to about 25%, so definitely lower. And lower still for the year before. So clearly there is a trend towards people viewing YouTube channels on HD TVs. It's much more common to have digital TVs, connected TVs, so that you can do just that and access certain websites, and YouTube being an obvious one. So there's definitely a trend towards TV viewership. I'm not sure what this says about my audience, but it's definitely fascinating, and certainly from a personal perspective, when making videos, it's something else for me to think about before I process that video. For these sort of monologues, fireside chats, or whatever you want to call them, a lower quality is fine. You don't need to see this mush in 4K. But if I'm taking pictures of a game or a show, then I think I'm much more likely in future to upload in 4K, certainly HD. Because it's just such a visual medium, and clearly there is a trend towards those sort of videos. So having been a little bit self-indulgent and talking about how I upload videos and the behind the scenes stuff of making videos for YouTube, as usual, I want to throw this out to you, the viewers. What do you do? If you're a YouTube creator, if you make videos for the hobby and put them onto YouTube, what do? Do you upload in different types of quality depending on the type of video it is? Have you ever gone to the time, and it is time consuming, to upload in 4K? Is it something that's ever crossed your mind before? Might you do it in future? And if you're not a producer of videos for YouTube, but maybe just a consumer, you use it a lot, how do you consume that content? Do you watch YouTube videos while you're painting, or do you actually set aside time to just watch them? Do you watch them predominantly on your mobile phone? And have you ever watched them on a TV, on a smart TV? I'd be really interested, because it's an interesting trend in changing usage and changing habits for consuming this sort of homegrown entertainment, I suppose you'd call it. So it is very interesting, purely from a meta point of view here. I'm interested in this trend, this change in our viewing and consumption behaviour, and what that says about where hobby channels are going to be going in the future. So as always, if you can answer any of those questions and you want to contribute, please do so in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you, as always. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you did, of course, please like, subscribe and share. And if you want to keep up to date with weekly videos from this channel, please tap the bell notification icon. So until next week, look after yourself, getting as much gaming as you can, and of course, keep rolling high.